What's up guys, Andy Sandberg here, and I'm going to talk about the 5 key parts of my credit card strategy that I'm going to do for the rest of this year. So to help you clarify the decisions I'll get into in just a sec, let's talk about what I've been doing so far. Well, I just hit the 90K sign-up bonus on my Amex Gold, and that's 90,000 points right in my wallet. I've been putting all my spend on that card, and now I've transitioned my everyday catch-all card back to the Venture X, and now I just use the Amex Gold for food and dining. I made my first ever redemption. That is right, ladies and gentlemen. I finally redeemed something, and that's right, we're going to Montreal. Also, guys, I just moved to New York. I don't live in Chicago anymore, and this is my new studio. So Jake Mercury YouTube channel is gonna be run from here now. Okay, so the first key point is using my Chase Ultimate Awards points. I've saved them up from my other Freedom cards, and I don't even have a way to transfer them out to a transfer partner. You need to have one of the eligible cards, such as the Chase Sapphire Preferred, Chase Sapphire Reserve, and the Chase Ink Preferred. Guys, I don't have any of those cards, so I have no way to transfer my points. And yes, the Hyatt redemption that I just did in Montreal was with my girlfriend's Chase Sapphire Preferred. Okay, so my current strategy is to use the Amex membership rewards points and Capital One points to buy some flights, and then use Chase Ultimate Rewards points transferred to Hyatt to book the hotel. This is a good intermediate level strategy since Hyatt has a lot of value, and it's pretty simple to transfer from Chase and book within the Hyatt portal. So what I gotta do here is I need to get one of these eligible transfer partner credit cards. And I'm thinking I want to get the Chase Ink Preferred, but you'll see why that might not make sense. I kind of want to get the Chase Sapphire Reserve. It's been like a lifelong dream of mine, but honestly, it's just hard to justify that $550 annual fee. I'll only get a $300 travel credit, and to be honest, it's really hard to make the Chase Sapphire Reserve look good right now. The only thing that's really good for it is it has a 1.5x multiplier on all the Chase Ultimate Awards points you have, so if you want to book domestic flights using the portal, you can get a minimum of 1.5 cents per point, and that's pretty good. That's the only reason I would get the Chase Sapphire Reserve, but since the Chase Sapphire Preferred gets 1.25x back, that's only 25% less. I still think it's worth it to just go with the Chase Sapphire Preferred, since it has a lower annual fee of only $95. I don't really want to have a big, complex, frustrating setup to use with like $500 or maybe like $1,000 of annual fees. The more annual fees, the more headache, the more credits. I don't want to get too far into that. The only thing right now as the filming of this video is that the Chase Sapphire Preferred really doesn't have that good of a sign-up bonus at only 60,000 points. And it does have a $50 hotel credit, but to be honest, I probably won't ever use that. This card has had elevated offers of 80, 90, and 100,000 points. It's hard to wait for those since I don't know when they're gonna come back, but I might just have to go with the 60,000 points. All right, so that leaves the last option in my Chase trifecta, the Chase Ink Preferred. This card is getting a lot of hype right now since the sign-up bonus spend requirement was dropped from 15,000 to only 8,000. And if you spend $8,000 in 3 months, you'll get 100,000 Ultimate Awards points. You may want to be cautious when proceeding with business credit cards since they have really high spend requirements, and you might not know exactly if you're going to be able to hit that spend requirement. So check your regular spending and make sure you can before you sign up for any of these cards. Plus, these are business cards, and putting all your personal expenses on it is fine, but if you read the fine print, it does say that's not really allowed. So the problem is that I gotta spend $8 grand on this card, but I got a solution. Plastic is a service that lets you pay bills with your credit card. It costs 2.9% as a fee, but I'm gonna use it to pay my student loans off with a credit card and profit with the rewards over the fee. You can use Plastic to pay lots of things like car loans, other bills, utilities, stuff like that. Yes, I'm gonna attempt to use my credit card to pay $8,900 of the remaining student loan balance I have, and that'll cover the entire Chase Ink Preferred sign-up bonus. The thing is that I already have enough cash saved up. I can pay these loans off today, but I don't wanna do that, because I want to get rewards. Some people argue for paying student loans off early as not being a good idea. I understand this, but in my strategy, I value peace of mind over everything, and knowing that all my student loans are gonna be gone is gonna help me become the best financial person that I can be for myself. Plus, this amount is really not that much. It's only about $9,000 of loans, and I'm just gonna get rid of it quickly. Now that I know I can pay them off with a credit card, we need to figure out which card works because I just made a discovery. I must use a MasterCard or Discover card to pay off my student loan balance with Plastic. And since the Chase Ink Preferred is a Visa card, I'm not gonna be able to do that with the Chase Ink Preferred and Plastic. Since I'm gonna be paying a 2.9% fee through Plastic, I need to find a really good sign-up bonus on a MasterCard or Discover card. but we all know Discover Card doesn't have any good sign-up bonuses. All right, so I know this doesn't initially solve my Chase trifecta problem, but let's just go investigate and see if we can find any cool MasterCard. The American Airlines Executive World Elite MasterCard has a 100,000 point sign-up bonus, and you have to spend $10,000 in 3 months to get the sign-up bonus. This card comes with Aviator Lounge access, which is something that I've always been looking for. And since it has an elevated offer of 100K, I think this would work really well. So I would use the card for its lounge access and sign-up bonus, and all the flights in the US start at 7,500 points one way, which is pretty damn good if you consider that I'll have 100,000 American Airlines points after I hit that sign-up bonus. There's also a nice downgrade option after year 1 in case I don't really want to pay that $595 annual fee again. American Airlines points are worth 1.5 cents per point, and since I would be getting 100,000 points, this would essentially mean I'm getting $1,500 of value. And since my $8,900 of student loan balance would cover part of the $10,000 requirement for the sign-up bonus, I would have to pay about $258 of fees, so let's subtract this out. Subtracting that out, we get a 12.4% return on spend. I'm not really sure how I feel about this since it's a decent return, but I will have to spend a ton on fees. I considered a few other payment companies, but they don't make it really clear which credit card types they support, and one of them got back to me literally as I started recording this video saying that they do support Visa. I really do want to get the Chase Ink Preferred. I think that would be the best option here, and my student loans would basically cover the entire sign-up bonus. I could get the American Airlines Executive Card, but I'm not really sure I need it. So Melio is the service that just reached out to me and said that they could do it. The only thing they specified is that they support business-to-business payments. And since the US Department of Education is essentially the check that I'd be writing to, that's a business. But Jake Mercure is a sole proprietorship. I have not registered an LLC. I can use my social security number, but I'm not really sure if this qualifies as a business. I think it does, but I'm not entirely sure, honestly. If I don't end up going with that, I was considering the Amex Platinum until all you guys know what happened to that card. I could also get the IHG Premier card with its 140K elevated sign-up bonus, since this is a MasterCard, but I'm not sure exactly if I would do that anyway, and now that it only costs about $3,000 to spend, I could hit this with my regular spending, and I wouldn't really need to use my student loan payment anyway. So why would I get this card just for being a MasterCard if I wouldn't need to use plastic? I think the best solution here is to test out plastic, see if it works, and maybe I can go from there. So what I would do is take my Bilt MasterCard and send a $50 check through plastic to the US Department of Education, just as a test to see if this plan would work before I scale it up to $8,900. Anyway, let's move on to my third key, which is booking a flight to Europe. Lay flat business class. Seriously, after all this calculation, I need a vacation. And I'm thinking Portugal and Spain. Of course, I still need to complete my Chase trifecta since I want to book a Hyatt property over there, but we can at least start to think about the strategy for booking flights. I have enough Amex and Capital One points to buy some lay flat business class seats, so I'm gonna take my strategy that I used in this video here for the Capital One miles, and then I'll just Google how to use Amex points to do this. If you guys know some really sick Hyatt properties in Lisbon, Porto, or Barcelona, please drop them in the comments. I would totally be interested in checking that out. While you're leaving a comment, you might as well just subscribe to this channel so you can continue to see the epic videos that I'll put out. All right, so moving on to the next key in my strategy, and that is the Amex Platinum. We're gonna start by saying that Priority Pass is a huge factor in me getting the Amex Platinum because Priority Pass really sucks. I like to hang out in airport lounges, eat the food, and with Priority Pass, I got denied 8 times in a row at 5 different airports. I've never been able to get into a lounge. Every time I've walked up to the lounge, they've been like, sorry, we're not taking Priority Pass at this time. It's too full. And it's just really disappointing to see that 8 times in a row at 5 different airports at different times of the day too. It's like, come on, dude, like what is this now? To be honest, I don't think it's really worth it. So I want to get Centurion Lounge access for the Amex Platinum so I can get some free food, relax and chill. And I'm not gonna lie, I was dressing pretty fresh too, so I'm not sure why these lounges were not letting me in. I also want to get Clear with the Amex Platinum. I'm really trying to ramp up my traveling, and I like to show up to the airport at the last second. So Clear really helps me get through that and skip the line. Plus, who likes to wait, guys? I'm not gonna lie, waiting sucks. It's really unfortunate that Amex just nerfed the Platinum card, increasing the spending requirement for the sign-up bonus, increasing the price of the authorized user, and taking away some of the benefits. I'm also having a hard time finding the 125K offer on the Amex Platinum. I just did it like a month ago and I can only seem to find the 100K offer. I think I'm still gonna get it, but it might be a few months before I do, just because I want to skip the TSA line and I really want to get into a lounge. Like, finally, I want to get into a lounge. Plus, since I do have a YouTube channel, there's a lot of traffic coming through to these links in the comments, and I've already earned 60,000 membership rewards points from my Amex Gold signups. So it kind of makes sense for me to put another card down there that you guys will click on. And if you do want to get the Amex Platinum, you should click down below. Actually, wait, I don't have that card yet, so never mind. All right, so my 5th key and last key is my Amex Gold retention offer. By then, I should have my Chase Trifecta and Amex Platinum, but now I'll be getting ready to get my retention offer on the Amex Gold. I'm planning to not sign up for any credit cards around May when I originally got the Amex Gold. That way, I'll ask them if I can get a retention offer, and I'm estimating that it'll be around 20,000 points for spending $2,000 in 3 months. To do this, you need to let the annual fee post. So I got it in May. I might not be able to do this till June or maybe July, but you need to see that annual fee come through before you act on anything. I do plan on keeping the card. This is just a strategy to get some extra membership rewards points. Now that I think about it, do I need to let the annual fee post on my transactions, or does it post to my statement? Let me know in the comments below.